All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. And what I want to get into this morning, various topics, rolling in the spirit, but the main thing is how, we're being restored, okay? Because as we know, the Bible, deals with reincarnation, and we've all been here before. And we have to understand, that those same believers, okay, from old generations are back, men and women, this is why, you brothers, okay, and you sisters, you move and operate, all right, with an ancient spirit, the way the brothers, conduct themselves around each other, okay, the way that we see everything in the spirit, in faith, the way, we're going back to those old paths, because we're those men coming back, all right, Lord will, and our pure minds have been stirred up. I believe that wholeheartedly, man. Lord will we endure, and we was the predestined, okay, that was written in the script, all right, to make it, to be delivered. Okay, you sisters, you're coming back in that ancient role. That's why you're tapping into the things that the ancient, Israelite women was doing, making garments, making the bread from scratch, getting into the herbs and apothecary, cooking, a certain way, you know, getting into that ancient way because we're being restored, we're being replenished. All right, and Yahweh Shai is going to be the one that finish that process, man. You know, so I want to get this here because there was the seed that Yahweh Shah planted in the earth. That us, that His people, His sheep that have fallen away will have a path back to righteousness, a path back to being restored. Okay, let's get this in the book of Luke, chapter 4, verse 16. It says, "And he came to Nazareth when he had been brought where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. And there was delivered unto him a book of the prophet Isaiah. And when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written." Okay, and this is him quoting Isaiah, okay, 61. Okay, and it says like 1 through 3. Okay, and he's gonna go into it. He says, verse 18 said, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he have anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He have sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised." And this was speaking of us, man. Because through this word, because see, this captivity, not only was we shackled up in chains, man, all right, but you had a phase of this captivity where our minds were shackled, man. When he took the yoke of iron, because the scriptures say, all right, you go into the curses real quick. Um, we get back in that loop, okay? Going into that yoke of iron, we actually had, yokes of iron on us, when we was brought over here, okay? Then what they call chattel slavery, all right? But when you go into this one of the curses, Deuteronomy 28 and 48. It says, "Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee," man. Okay? Now you have westernized now. It's just westernization, just a more modern firm, well, a more modern term, okay, of the ancient Hellenization we went through under the Greeks, okay, and extended all the way into the Roman Empire. All right. But going to this curse, when we was brought over in captivity, we had those yokes of iron. We served that hardcore bondage. Okay. But when the yokes of iron came off, he put the minds of our people in captivity, man. All these enchantments, man. All right, the feminist movement, the drugs, the street culture, um, the single mother culture, the independent woman, all right, the alphabet community, the Christianity, plantation Christianity, all these things was had our minds captive, man. Okay. But this word has freed us from that. Now we don't think like that. We don't judge ourselves based off Western culture standards, man. Okay? We don't operate based off, all right, these enchantments that this man had us under anymore, man. We operate off the old past, man. That's why, I love going into them accounts, love going into, the books of wisdom, okay? But the whole volume of the book, okay, is making us a new creature. And we're seeing and we're being restored back to the ancient righteous way, man. Okay? The way we moving, man. Okay? So when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, he was planting the seed. Okay? And now that seed is being watered, and you see what, man, the elect, sprouting up. Okay? And that ancient righteous mindset is being planted back in the earth, man. Okay? Amongst the hopeful elect. This Luke 4 and 18 again said, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he have anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. Okay? Now, you know, um, we was poor, all right, in wisdom, because some brothers and sisters, be pretty well to do. Some of us barely, making it. Everybody got their own, financial situation. Okay, but well, really, we was poor in wisdom and understanding, man. We was poor in the spirit. Okay, now we're becoming rich. Really, in wisdom, we're wealthy, man. We're becoming wealthy, man. Because the true riches is this wisdom, man. All right, because the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shem Al Shai brings you riches, man. You know, and we know it's just a thing of waiting. You see, this is Luke 4:18 again. It says, "He have sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering the sight to the blind." See, now we're recovering that sight, man. Okay, now we're seeing things clearer and clearer, all right, as everything begins to play out. Now we understanding the law. Now we understand that Esau needs to be completely eradicated out the earth. These heathens need to go into captivity. 2/3 they need, all right, to be purged out, man. Come back in their right mind. Okay, now we're understanding of the marriage and the dynamic of a husband and a wife, the children, inheritance. Now we're getting to understand these things, man. How kingdoms operate, man. You know, titles and inheritance and legacy. Now we're understanding these things, man. Our sight is being recovered, man. Okay, not the, we ain't on that goofy shit we was on, man. Okay, trying to be the realest nigga. Okay, or the woman trying to be a baddie and get all this attention and be a celebrity on the internet. Like, nah, man. Those ancient righteous spirits, are back, man, and they're in their role playing them. They're in their lot playing their role. Okay, this is what we see happening, man, and it was prophesied. It says to set at liberty them that are bruised, man, and we're being healed from them wounds, man, the wounds of insecurity, okay, the wounds of a low self-image, okay, the wounds of being addicted to the flesh and lust and we're being healed from those wounds, man. Okay, in verse 19 to preach the acceptable year of the Lord, man. Okay? And this is the time that we are in. When you read this in the NLT, Luke 4:19, it says, and that the time of the Lord's favor has come. Okay, and the fact that the Lord, allowed us to be brought into this, okay, he pulled us out of darkness. When you get this in Colossians, all right, look at this in Colossians 1 and 12. It's the book of Colossians, chapter 1, verse 12. It said, giving thanks unto the Father, which have made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light, man. Okay? So the Lord, all right, Yahweh Shai, all right, it was the time where each believer, will wake up and begin, okay, that process of being restored. Each brother and sister wake up at different times, but we all begin that process of being restored, man. Okay, with as those old saints, man. All right, which are the Israelites. You see, verse 12 it says, "Who have delivered us from the power of darkness and translated us into the kingdom of His dear Son, man." Okay, so we've been translated, have been delivered from the power of darkness. We've been rescued. We was rescued from nigger culture, man. We were rescued from Christianity, man. Okay, and the translation into the kingdom begin here. Okay, we're accepting the idea of the kingdom right here. The kingdom that we read about, the transition, all right, the translation into that kingdom starts right here, man. You know, let's see, let's get a couple of these words, man. Okay, but we was rescued from darkness, man, from that off, wicked way, man. Okay, that nigga shit, man. Trying to be, that nigga and get clout and you know be popular as a nigga, or whatever type of worldly ambition we had, man. We was rescued from that, man, because we see everything outside the truth is a dead end road. Some roads might be longer than others, okay, but all roads that's outside this truth, all right, that wide gate, it all leads to a dead end. It all leads to Esau and that sea hill, man. Any path that you can take outside the truth, outside of this narrow gate following Yahushua, all right, leads to a dead end, man. It's just different ways to a dead end, man. Okay? You want to be a street nigga, athlete, a rapper, a goddamn, like I say, a baddie, okay, or just a little, a little ratchet chick, a little independent, a little scammer, you know, plantation Christianity, Islam, Pan Africanism. Okay, you want to be this super entrepreneur. You want to have all this. All of it leads, all right, to the same dead end, man. And that's bound, and that's taking the knee to bow, man. Okay, which is death, man. Okay, so let's get this word. See, we'll say translate. Yep. So the word translated, all right, because we've been translated from the power of darkness, all right, because Esau has authority, okay, over everyone that's not of the elect. Esau has authority, he has power over them, man. Okay? That's why their decision making is based off his doctrines and his philosophy, man. Okay? Now, all right, methystemi, and it's the word translated in the Greek. Okay, it says to transfer, to remove from one place to another. Okay? A change of situation or place. Okay? A change from a situation or a place, man. And all our situations have changed, man. And it's changed for the better. Of course, it was suffering. It was, some uncomforts in this thing, man. But now you start to feel the benefits of it, man. It's like a diet, that you go on, a workout regimen. It's uncomfortable at first. You have to apply discipline and be consistent, but then eventually you start reaping those benefits, man. It's a ripple effect of benefits that come with it. And that's how it is with this truth, man. We're beginning to see the ripple effects of the benefits of being restored, man. Their recovery process, hey, that's an ongoing, process, man. And it's gonna be ongoing until Yahweh shall return. Okay? When you go let's get this in Philippians. All right. Make this super long. Just want to touch on some points. Philippians 1 and 6. It says, being confident of this very thing, that he which have begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Yahweh Shah of Mashiach. Okay? So when we woke up to the truth, that good work began in us, man. Okay, that's why we push rehearsing the righteous acts, man. Because keeping moving in faith, All right, because if you believe in something, your actions gonna follow. Okay, your actions show what you believe in. Okay, that's in anything, whatever you do, your actions show what you believe in, man. Okay, so by default, us believing in Yahweh Shem Al Shai, of course we're gonna try to keep the laws and apply this wisdom in our day to day, the things that we can do. All right, and that's us rehearsing the righteous acts, man. And this is forming us into new creatures. We're being conformed, you know. So everyone is back in their life, man. Like I say, you brothers and you sisters, man, you're back in your life, and that's why I'm gonna read this in the NLT, Philippians 1:6. It says, "And I am certain that the Most High, who began the good work within you, will continue His work until it is finally finished on the day when Yahweh Shai Hamashiach returns, man." Okay, so we was pulled out of darkness. We was removed from one situation to another situation, and then the Lord began to work. Abraham had to separate from his father's house, and then the Lord began to work with him, man. Okay, and that's our story. We had to separate from the because your father's house represented traditions, you know, that was passed down to you. Okay, it represent pretty much your occupation was linked to what your father did. Okay, all those different things, and he left. Abraham left that. You know, he was translated from because Torah was a worshiper of idols in the land of Chaldea. Okay, where witchcraft was heavy. Astrology and diviners, all that was heavy. In Chaldea. Okay, early Chaldea. You see, Abraham was separated from that, and the Lord began a good work in Abraham, man. Okay, and that's our story, man. And it was based off faith. The Lord separated us from particular situations that we had going on. Then He began to do that good work, to start performing that good work in us, man. And it's a beautiful thing, man. It's beautiful to see you brothers and you sisters grow into righteousness, man, and really understand and really start to operate and function, as a kingdom, man. Because we're functioning and operating as a kingdom before the kingdom is established, man. You know, that's why I say our conversation is in the heavens, man. Okay, which in heaven really, in their context, is going into the rulership, man. Our conduct is in the mind of rulers, man. Okay, we're not on all right. This function and this chaos, all right, that our people, call a culture, man. Nigga always talking about do something for the culture. What culture? The culture of death. Okay, a culture that with absolutely no standards, no direction. Okay, nah, man, we're starting to operate and move, as if we're in the kingdom, man. What's that? Philippians 3. Yep, this is Philippians 3 and 20. It says, "For our conversation, okay, is in the heaven, for we, for from whence we also look from the Savior, the Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach." And you see how everything is rallied back to Yahweh Shai. I'm just noticing every precept I got, the precept in with Yahweh Shai, man, because all roads of salvation and immortality and joy and glory, all right, goes through Yahweh Shai, man. you know. And read this in NLT, Philippians 3 and 20 says, "But we are citizens of heaven." See, we operating like citizens, man. This is a government, that's operating, man, the way the apostles and elders, have things set up, the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, working through our apostles and elders and how things are set up and functioning, as a government, man. You know, you got the different heads, in all these different places, all these different states and cities and, countries. Okay. Everybody, is pretty much, then each individual brother is, governing himself and governing his, situation. Okay. The way we're citizens of the kingdom to come. We're already operating like that, man. That's why Yahushua said, what? The kingdom of heaven is within you. You know? The way we conduct ourselves, man, that's the kingdom. Okay? Because a kingdom is a people and a standard. Okay? Because when you go to, let's say you go to Italy, well, there's a certain standard and culture that's in Italy, man. That's what make Italy. Okay? You go to, all right, France. Okay? South Africa, there's certain cultures and people there. That's what make up that place, man. That's what make the place, man. Okay, and the kingdom to come, all right. It's gonna be what New Jerusalem, the people. Okay, and their standard. That's gonna be the kingdom, man. And he's gonna physically build the kingdom, but it begins with the people. Every kingdom begins with the people, man. Okay, and that's what the Lord is dealing with, man. Uh, He's making, he's restoring righteousness to his people, man. Philippians 3 and 20 said, but we are citizens of heaven where the Lord Yahweh Shai, all right, lives. And it says, and we are eagerly waiting for him to return as our savior, man. And this the thing now is just to teach self-development, all right, and waiting on Yahweh Shai, man. That's what we locked in, and see we amongst ourselves, man. That's why we not here just pulling in, you know, all these people with gimmicks. We don't want to pull in people by gimmicks, man. Okay, we here for the quality, okay, of spirits, man, not the quantity, man. Okay, because things operate better when everyone is like-minded, man. You get all the mess and chaos and dysfunction and all of the wickedness comes when you have all these unbelievers, man, in the mix, man. People that ain't sincere, okay? But the Lord has all those ancient spirits, you know, from back in the day, that was always, fighting to do right, okay? They're back in this time to receive their reward, man. you know. So that's the point. Like I said, I ain't make this super long. Just want to roll in the spirit, get that out. All right, get the morning started. It's a heavy day in the spirit. Brothers finna, go to camp. Pray that all you brothers camps, be blessed. All right, and be edifying. And then chips away that it continues to pull down. Okay, this wicked kingdom, man, known as Babylon the Great. Okay, America, man. So till the next time I say Shalom, Kwame Shalom, Bob, DTA, Son Shalom.